Okay. We back. We bite. We black.
Welcome to 2017, Postcards fans.
Yeah, hey, Postcard World. It's me, Mr. Velvet Hoop, Jonathan Lingu, Joe Lingu via Twitter. Actually, I'm not Jonathan Lingu today. I'm Jamie Foxx today. So hey y'all, watch my movie. What's the movie that's coming out tonight or this Friday? Watch it, whatever it is. Watch it. That's where I'm gonna be at.
And I am Commodore Lewis, aka Grant Lewis, also known as Lewis GD on the Twitters. And I started watching Grey's Anatomy, and I can't stop.
Thanks to a very special someone that's here in the booth right now.
Booth adjacent. She's not allowed in the booth.
Wow. Do you have a cool name, Alexa, that you'd like to? So it's just Alexa. Alexa's here. Carefully analyze the Houston Rockets or Oklahoma City game for us. Letting us know who was in possession.
She's our very own Christine Leahy. Or Cassie Hubbard.
I appreciate her honesty, her diligence, and her devotion to not only the game of basketball but the Orlando Magic. So shout out Alexa, and shout out Grey's Anatomy too, I guess.
Meredith Grey's voice still annoys me. Season 4, still don't actually want to hear her talk. This shows the pathology of Grant's addiction to TV shows. Can't even stop myself from watching something I don't necessarily enjoy all the time.
So yes, Grey's Anatomy has his friends, has his enemies. Clearly,
I guess it's related to soccer. Home of your champion Seattle Sounders.
Shout out Seattle. Ended 2016 on a high note. One of the only teams that can walk out on a high note, other than the Cleveland Cavs. But it's just me. It's just my opinion on that matter. I'm holding my microphone. I had a stand, but I'm holding it because on my holiday, which was spent in lovely Brooksville, I always forget things. So this is one of the things I forgot. This microphone stand. So now I'm starting looking like Mariah Carey on New Year's Eve. Shout out Mariah Carey though.
Wow, too soon. Listen, Mariah had a great
I love
peak.
her.
Mariah might have gone out like who's it? Shaq's career, playing for every team in the league. Like it may have started off dominant, and then it ended in a flubber. But
Wow.
Hey man, I'm never gonna hate on Mariah. She's like I said, one of my first crushes, and has this like we said, I think the last podcast, second best Christmas song of all time. So
Yeah, I'm not hating on Mariah at all. I love her, but sometimes you gotta know when
to hold them.
to fold them. Kind of like your boy Wayne Rooney. You just gotta know when to walk away. Know when to run.
Speaking of folding, how's your boy Pep doing? Speaking of bald and folding.
Listen,
Yeah, I can bring those back at you.
Listen. Don't worry about Pep, all right? We got it under control. 2017, new year, new him.
Yeah, we can tell.
The H&M is still on point. The Zara line that Pep's clearly demonstrating on the pitch every week, still on point, and we'll be okay. I think we're going to do just okay, especially when transfer windows opened up now. We're going to be excellent.
Can't wait to buy all the players.
Who? United or City?
United. We're going to buy all the players.
You are not buying anyone because you're not going to be able to sell the players that you want to get.
We're going to sell Schneiderlin. We're going to loan Depay.
No, you're not.
We are.
They strictly said it was going to be Mourinho, your boy, is strictly on their terms. And their terms are something that's unrealistic for everybody else.
We just want to get back for Schneiderlin what we paid.
You're not going to do that. Why would you want to do that? Why would any team agree to do that?
I'll give them the £4 million. We're good. Let's go.
It's
Hey,
part of
FA, you don't have to pay me. Just get that $4 million team on it so we can sell Schneiderlin.
You're asking the FA to collude with the Premier League team.
Correct.
I mean, it's out of the scheme of things.
Hey, I'm an American. We believe in collusion. There's no ethics here no more.
Yeah, now that it's been gutted, might as well bring it to the UK as well.
Like they haven't had it.
This is true. It's true. They are probably very corrupt wherever dealings are happening in the House of Commons or definitely the House of Lords, because they're just all royalty. So like some shady shit's going on. Yeah, and inbred. That's an important.
Like you just get born into that position. Like you don't even like. There's no work involved.
Right.
You just exist, and it's like, hey, this is you.
Right.
And people are like, true.
Although I'm watching The Crown now. I'm really enjoying the show on Netflix, The Crown.
Oh, I need to. Don't give me more shows, man. You see how I get.
It's a great show. It's a great show. You get hooked. I'm already I'm on episode 8 or 9, and I've been working. So I just been.
What do you mean? And you've been working? I haven't been working.
I wasn't saying that with the implication that you weren't working. I was saying I'm binging on it, and I've been working at the same time.
That's why you have to have 2 screens. You do both.
Definitely on my lunch break, I'm definitely either watching some Premier League games or watching a Netflix show.
I love watching people start getting nervous above us as we rise to the top like a nice creme brulee. By creme brulee, I mean souffle.
Anyway,
a
lot of. Go ahead.
Speaking of rising to the tops, this episode is sponsored by 8pounds.com. Tired of listening to the same generic music? Let 8pounds.com be your go-to spot to find exceptional hip-hop music from Orlando to Florida and worldwide. 8pounds.com provides music by the pound with insightful write-ups, artist interviews, event coverages, and much, much more. Go now and follow 8 Pounds on social media for your chance to win tickets to upcoming events. Follow 8 Pounds on Instagram, Twitter, and like them on Facebook at 8 Pounds. That's the number 8, POUNDS, at, or look it up. At for 2 of those, just regular look up for Facebook. Again, 8pounds.com. Music by the pound.
Yeah, if you're tired of Soulja Boy and well, just pretty much him, then you will not find him on 8 Pounds. So definitely check them out. A homie Pat, shout out Pat.
Soulja Boy run up on us though. We'll take your phone. Yeah. We'll take your grandma's phone or whoever's phone that was.
Facebook Live would be lit, and it's not on our dime. So check out 8 Pounds for real. So since we want to bring up United, let's just bring up. It's been a lot of football played over the last 2 weeks because while everybody's on vacation, Premier League players are not. So United's been playing well. I wanted to bring up something about your ex-boo, your man David Moyes.
Talk about Dave.
He has some pretty interesting things to say about your squad. Before they played, I think on Christmas or Boxing Day, and they got completely destroyed by United. He was talking about how y'all moved away from tradition, like y'all ain't doing things the right way. I quote, Manchester United was a club with a tradition where they tended to pick British managers. That tradition has now gone. They were a football club who enjoyed traditions with the way they spent. They didn't try to compete with all the other clubs. They did what they thought was the right thing to do and spent the right way. I can say that is gone.
Listen here, son. You're a crap. You're a garbage. Your season is maybe one of the worst seasons I've ever lived through in my life. Second of all, if you're not the best manager, why would we hire you? Who are the good British managers even left? The greatest British manager of all time retired. And he was ours. Wow. So we're bringing him back. I don't understand. And that's spending money you got to spend to win now. The last 10 years has been different. TV money has just gotten so crazy to where it's just a whole other animal. So that's another reason why you're garbage, David. You don't even understand what the game is like anymore. And that's why you'll never be great. And you know what? I love my Portuguese brother, Jose. First of all, I like saying Jose. It's pretty fun to say. It's like Jose and the Man United Red Devil Cats.
Wow.
And I'm sick with that.
Please, that was corny. But continue.
It wasn't not corny. That's true. And, just like a fine chicken biscuit from McDonald's.
Oh, Lord.
Man United's going to be great 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I didn't know Jose was pronounced any other way other than Jose until
same.
Until I heard that. So, I mean, thanks for opening my eyes, but still, that's kind of sad. But anyway, yeah, man, I really Moyes. Yeah, you suck. You're a terrible manager, clearly.
There's that light schism. He thought he could slip that schism in there. And we wouldn't notice.
But this happened in 2016, so, folks were just shooting the shot, saying whatever they wanted to say that year. Obviously, this year is different. Moyes ain't talking about no traditional shit now that his team's done bottom in the barrel and just really barely getting by. But one, I don't understand what he thinks like. United spent a ton of money back when the Premier League was just beginning. Like, they blew money fast, so I don't understand where that was coming from. And just the sign of times, you got to compete. Like you said, that's why they struggling. That's why they had the worst season over the last 20 years.
Spend no money.
They spend no money. Moyes doesn't know how to find players. He thinks that he has a small squad mentality, small side mentality.
He also just has like a small world view.
Yeah.
And again, it's a worldview that, and I don't even understand. Like not all of United's great players have even been British. Like if you look, Cantona, I was a French ass dude. Ole, Gunnar, Solskjaer, hero. Van der Sar, like you put him in goal. I don't understand. Like I have seen some people complaining about the Premier League's not even like a truly British league anymore. I mean, that's not necessarily the case. Obviously, there's more talent coming from other places, but they're still learning how to play Premier League football. That's been the problem at City. Has been Pep adjusting himself to British football. The legacy of British football isn't going anywhere. It's it's getting browner. Welcome to 2017.
Yeah, that's exactly it. British football is still existent. There's still Dele Alli, there's still Rashford, there's still Sterling, there's still Rose, Kyle Walker,
Smalling,
you name it.
Luke Shaw.
Okay. Point being made is that it's getting browner, and Dan Moyes obviously had to speak out of his ass. So, therefore, that's why he looks like an idiot. And he continues to manage like one because Sunderland's probably going to get relegated, and he is going to blame. There's no one to blame but himself. So, but anyway, United playing well. I can admit that in 2017.
Turning over a new leaf. Maybe the real Jonathan's gone somewhere, and this is a fake copy.
Yeah, I'm like Gucci Man. I'm real Gucci Man clone.
Riding bicycles in the park.
Looking good. Shout out Gucci.
To kids.
Shout out LaFleur, man. You looking amazing, man. You're looking amazing. I love it. So Chelsea got their streak.
Shout out to Dele Alli. Thank you, my brother.
Light skins coming through.
That's the only time we'll let that happen. Like, really, nah. But thank you.
You get a pass. You get a day pass for that one. Now that the day is over, the game match is over, you can go back to being. I go back to being Team Dark Skin, or we go back to being Team Dark Skin. So yeah, it's always and forever. But we give you a day pass for this one. Kind of like how Draymond gets a pass with the light skins because he's on the.
Mm-hmm. Draymond's a light skin. Yeah. So it's KD now.
Yeah,
that's the path they chose.
Basically, I mean, that's on them. So when they lose, they're just going to be lumped in with the light skins. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay. We'll still accept you.
Draymond definitely fights like a dark skin.
You will still be admitted to Dark Skin Hall of Fame, Draymond and KD. You don't know this.
But you have to be in the corner away from people where you can kick them in the cup.
Yeah, it's going to be a contested election, but you will still be inducted into the Dark Skin Hall of Fame. But yeah, I mean, Dele Alli, like me, honestly, he is. I want to say he's the best attacking midfielder in the Premier League. Second to who? Kevin De Bruyne?
Listen here, if you bring up that ginger Belgian one more time, I'm going to break your table and then splinter you with every single one. No, it's PLP, dog. I'm down with PLP.
Oh, my goodness.
But, I mean, they're tied for first. I'll give them both first. I think Dele Alli actually obviously has the experience in the Premier League, but he's playing lights out.
Yeah.
It's 3 braces in a row?
Yep.
Where's Harry Kane at, guys? Where he at?
Overrated, like he should be. That's kind of sad. I mean, okay. Maybe that was a really big hot take because I tweeted at Alexis Nunez. Shout out to ESPN FC. Alexis Nunez on ESPN FC, and I said, in terms of importance for England and Tottenham, Danny Rose is the best player on Tottenham. And I will stand by that until I get proven wrong. But Danny Rose is the best player, probably on top, best left back, probably in the world.
You know how I feel about that. It's David Alaba, dog. It's David Alaba.
Okay, why? Maybe I just don't watch enough David Alaba play, but I can't see. Danny Rose is He's a playmaker. He's a playmaker. He can defend. He just. Against Chelsea, against the best team, against one of the best wingers in Victor Moses, he shut down Victor Moses, had him just suffer. He had him struggle the entire game. Like, there's nobody. I don't see Alaba play too much, but I would definitely put Danny Rose up there.
I mean, my main thing is just Alaba's offensive presence is a little higher, and obviously it's a lot less competitive league on a super stat team, but I've seen him come out of the left back and just like lay some balls in the net. You're just like, that's not supposed to be like that. Like, you're not supposed to be delivering those winger plays playing left back. But I mean, in the Premier League, yeah, I really like. You know, I can't really say anyone on United's a Premier left back. Got speed.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Danny Rose he's a class of his own.
Yeah, I mean.
And it sucks that Tottenham's going to Tottenham. Like, this is the thing. We're talking about like 2, maybe the best players in the world.
Right.
And they're never going to hoist anything, man. And we know it. It's not even like, and they're not going to get that Leicester out of nowhere because they're like somewhere.
Yeah.
They're the Georgia. They're the Georgia football of the Premier League.
Oh, Lord.
Got him.
Dang, I'm never going to be able to go to Athens ever again.
That's why you think I've never been. I like living.
But yeah, I mean, I think Dele Alli, he has the potential. I mean, Pogba's already up there, but in terms of World Player of the Year, Dele Alli definitely has the potential to be there. I mean, he has 3 braces in a row. He didn't do too much in the game. That was all Chelsea's fault because their defense finally got exposed. But he's definitely, I think he's only 20, so he's got a lot of room to develop. But if he can like get his playmaking on point, his playmaking is good already, but he's not consistent with it. He's definitely, I think, probably the best player in England.
And unlike another former United manager who had a crooked nose and had a whack formation, I do think Dele Alli has, like, his versatility is an asset. Obviously, I think you can put him on a wing, and I think you can put him up front as a true center forward striker. He has the ability to do either of those, and who knows? Someone could make that switch, and that could be the greatest switch of all time. Like, Dele Alli, put him up front, could be terrifying.
It's true.
Even more terrifying than, like, coming in a little, with space.
Right.
Leading with pace could be deadly.
And he can make plays, which is better than what Harry Kane can do. Because Harry Kane is just, if he's not scoring goals, he's doing nothing.
Kind of worthless.
Yeah, so.
He's more worthless, dare I say, than Wayne Rooney.
No, nobody could be as worthless as Wayne Rooney right now.
Wow, that was just
right
a spiteful take.
Right now, I'm just saying right now, because Wayne Rooney is he's not scoring, and he's not making plays. So what is he doing?
Well, he's not playing.
Yeah, this is why he's not playing, because he can't do both, any of them.
Sorry, we got people.
They try
Juan
to put
Mata's
him in
playing out of his mind.
Oh my gosh!
I like him. His head so square, like a Lego piece.
Juan Mata?
Yeah.
I thought he had a very oval face. I didn't think he had like a square blockhead.
Kinda. With the hair, it's pretty blockheaded.
Yeah, it's the haircut, must be, because I never noticed that on it. I wonder who. I don't think. I'm trying to think of somebody has a weird shaped head in football. Can't think of anyone on top of the head like that.
A really weird head. Go back to LVG.
Oh yeah, LVG. He's like
he kind of looks like an alien.
Yeah, he's an alien. I mean, he was called Turtle Face for a reason. So
weird head.
I got. I mean,
Gareth Bale.
He didn't have a weird shaped head. He just looks like a monkey. That's all.
You're right. Get well soon, Gareth Bale. I mean, does Real need you?
Wow.
They haven't lost a match in what? They're like they're on like a 38 win streak.
I mean, you can say that about if you take out Ronaldo, they will still be okay. They will still be winning games. That I don't think that'll be an issue at all. I mean, they're not to discourage, not like a mark on Ronaldo, but they're going to be good. They have all stars. Every position is
they even let James score. That's like so cute. They're like, oh yeah, you're still on the team. You want to do something? They bought that man. How much did they pay for James?
We paid over $60 million.
Yeah, they paid like $65 million for that man.
It's okay.
And they even get on the pitch like, we good.
Oh, you want to leave? Okay, no, you will stay. And
we tried to buy him. United
That's right. You did. He was want to. Why? He's still decent.
I do, but I don't know if James' style would have worked as well with Pogba and Zlatan.
Well, what would he? He wouldn't be
He's sort of mad.
He'd be playing what Mata's playing.
Right, but I don't think he's as distributive as Mata. He's much more attacking.
But that'd be good because Zlatan likes to come for the ball deep, and that he can just feed off of his runs, which Mata can do, but not. James is definitely a lot better than he is.
I also don't think that. I think a big thing is what we've seen out of James in Madrid is he's not great on the big stage. Some people are Monaco players.
What? Not big on a big stage.
But the World Cup was different. That's for your country. you're in a completely different mindset than club football, and he hasn't really shown it in any club football.
I mean, it depends. It depends on how your manager wants to play you. Obviously, he went to Real Madrid, but it didn't work because the managers not put him in positions to be successful. Because they got to accommodate for Bale, they have to accommodate for Ronaldo, they got to accommodate for Benzema, and like, where do you fit in? Unless you're
because he's not. Sorry, he's behind Isco, he's behind Cruz, he's behind who's the European, the Eastern European hair. Modric, like those are the starting midfielders. Like he does not play.
I mean,
I'd rather have any of those.
He would start in any other team, but the problem is that he plays on Real Madrid, who has like 2 or 3 people that are better than him in that position. But so he would start at United, not a problem. He started City. Well,
he would start at City.
He would be competing with David Silva.
He's better than David Silva.
Okay, that's the bullface lie. He is not.
Will he start at Barcelona? Iniesta's old,
but he wouldn't know. Iniesta would still be start over him because I think this is a legacy thing for Iniesta. Although he was in the UEFA Team of the Year, which I was just stunned by. But it's UEFA, so we can talk about that later. But no, he would definitely. I guess he wouldn't walk in. He would challenge He would challenge at Barcelona. He would challenge at City for sure. I think he could play with David Silva, but it would just be. That's the thing that City doesn't really need scoring goals isn't the problem. So
that's true. Y'all are sitting that back end.
Yeah, and the same thing with Barcelona. Like they can score goals. They don't even need to be a fielder. All they need is they don't need Iniesta. They need Busquets to hold the midfield and anybody else to score.
The team of the year is literally 4 Real players, 3 Barca players, one from Atletico, and 2 from Juventus, and then Boateng.
Yeah, I need to see. I want to talk about this list because I'm a lot of people got snubbed in this list that should have been in the team of the year. And I think it's all about like it's a popularity contest, not really marking how talented
PK
people
was
are.
on this list. All right, Mr. Shakira.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for
Yes, get out.
They have four center backs in defense. It's like Danny Rose should have been on the list. My opinion.
I think
or
PK
Alaba.
and Bonucci should have been off. I'm okay with Ramos and Boateng. I don't think Iniesta should have been on. I think Pogba should have replaced Iniesta. I think Kroos and Modric, that's fair. Left wing.
I mean, you can't really argue with Ronaldo and Messi.
I mean, yeah, he won Ballon d'Or, and I can't argue with the attackers, but the midfield and the defense,
yeah,
and even goalie.
I mean,
I don't want to say it would be necessarily De Gea, but I think it could be Neuer.
It could be Neuer. It could be De Gea.
It could
It could be.
Buffon's so old.
It could be Hugo Lloris. It could be a bunch of people, but
Golly, it could be.
I guess that's what I'm saying. It's like a popularity. A lot of people get snubbed because people find them popular. I mean, Buffon was on Juventus, who won the league again, and they went pretty far in the Champions League this past campaign. But still, Bonucci. I mean, their defense is good. But I just can't see. Yeah, I can't see. Why is PK in that list? Like, Barcelona's defense wasn't. They weren't like special.
No,
They haven't been special this year at all.
They got
So I
torn
really
apart by
understand
some
that.
people too.
Yeah, so I don't really. Again, like I'm saying, maybe because he has a relationship with Shakira and they have a child.
It's
and
definitely it's because he's Mr. Shakira, Shakira, which is fine. Like, that's cool. Like, I ain't even mad at him, but it doesn't make you one of the best defenders in the world. Like, I think Marcelo's better.
Yeah.
Especially if you need a wing back. Like, what is going on?
There's so many players that could have fit in this team that I don't really understand. It's not justified to me, but who am I? We're just
guys on the internet, folks. We're
Yeah.
just guys on the internet.
yeah. I'm Jamie Foxx, but yeah, you're right. These guys on the internet.
Sorry, I didn't even mean to tweet that at you like that. I just saw it. It was
Yeah,
on.
that
It was
was-
on the F. I was on the feed.
That was harsh.
I didn't want you to be in the dark. That's really what it
No,
was.
I appreciate it, man. Because I needed to come back to reality. Realize that I'm never going to Jacksonville, and even if I did, I would have no chance. So this is my
you
silver
gotta
moment.
shoot your shot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I just could be something that people that the lovely Francesca Amaker would be attracted to. But at the moment, nah, it's Jamie Foxx. It's Jamie Foxx world.
You're just interviewing him, but that picture was. it hurt me for you. It's like, no. No.
Thank you for looking out for me, sharing my pain, sharing my burden.
Strumming his pain with them screenshots.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Boom, boom. Killing me softly with his song. That's one of my jams. I just can't sing it.
It's okay. You have many years to perfect that. Speaking of killing me softly, Sam Allardyce is back.
He is back.
Yeah, managing
Like a bad rash.
managing Crystal Palace. Shout out
Classic
CP.
Crystal Palace. Go Eagles, though.
Yeah, after getting rid of Alan Pardew, R.I.P. Alan Pardew's dance at the FA Cup, premature dance, when United sadly equalized and won the FA Cup. But small
10 men.
victories.
Remember, we only had 10 men. Let's go back and remember that we only had 10 men. And
sure.
Ole Gunnar Lingard scored that beautiful, beautiful volley to win it for us.
Sure. Whatever you say, bro. I'm just stunned that he keeps getting. He just resigned for abetting in a corrupt activity, unethical.
Haven't we all, though?
Yeah, but we're not. If I did that, I would not get a job ever again.
You're right.
in the field that I'm in. So this is, it just hurts me a lot considering how he can get away with it when so many black managers done nothing unethical. They just had a poor run, and you never hear about him again. Paul Ince, your boy, former United legend, had a small run in the Premier League, and then never considered again after he got let go. I forget what squad it was. They were in the Premier League for a few years ago. They got relegated. I forgot the name, but Chris something. Another rare black manager.
We do really need to start getting black managers. I said more as if there are any. This does I think Rio would be a good manager.
Yeah, isn't he? Is he trying to get his coaching?
He is.
Coaching badges.
Who else?
Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry would be a great manager. But I do think that some of the problem is a lot of the black players are such stars that for them to manage would be a step down for them in just financially. If you think about what would it gain Thierry Henry to be a manager? He's one of the greatest footballers of all time. The best footballer that's a manager right now is clearly Zidane. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
It's just rare. You don't really see that. And he's gonna get his watch advertisements and I don't know, being his Orangina commercials in France and whatever. I don't know what French people do.
He's not stylish. He's one of the stylish. He's naturally cool. I feel
you need, and the problem is if you're not truly great as a black footballer, you don't get a lot of shine. So you won't even have one of those middling long careers I don't know, Steven Gerrard or something, where you're going to end up getting...
Just had to throw the Gerrard shade up
I
real quick.
That in there.
Where's the ding for that one?
But you just not... no, Gerrard's great, but you're just never going to be one of those long-time mediocre players to where you understand the game and you can become a player's coach and coach. So you have to be great, and if you're great, most part, you're marketed in such a way that being a manager isn't the life you ever want to live.
Right.
So that's the biggest problem. That's why the NBA has a Doc Rivers. Doc wasn't a good basketball player, but he was a journeyman, and he hung around for a long time. And I was strong loot. Most of even in football, if you look at the black coaches and the minority coaches in football. Not a lot of them, the best ones weren't that good. Mike Singletary wasn't a good coach.
Right.
But, who's the coach now? Marvin Lewis isn't a great coach, but, who's the guy in Detroit? He's Coach Peyton Manning.
Oh, gosh. How do I keep forgetting?
He's just so quiet.
I see his face.
Yeah,
Caldwell. Caldwell.
Yeah. Jim Caldwell's a pretty good coach. You just have to be one of those guys. You have to be a middling, regular guy. Because, Cam ain't coaching, and Elway ain't coaching. So that's one of the things. And in football, you need to be just one of those strong, solid defenders or midfielders. Because I think midfielders, for the most part, make the best coaches. Right. Just like linemen seem to make the best coaches. But who is that? Who is that? Name the player that I just described. The black footballer that I just described. Name him.
Right. It's hard to find. But there's just no. This don't have the opportunity to do that. I think Vieira is the closest person that's going to come to that, and he's coaching MLS. Nobody knows what the future holds. So he might never be able to. He might never manage a top team ever.
And I can't think of anyone now that would maybe Smalling.
So a current player that can leave.
Yeah, a current player.
I didn't even see that. I don't even see Smalling doing that either.
Yeah,
there's just no level. It's the same in any sport, especially when it comes to sports that are dominated, or not. Football's not really dominated by black athletes, but in England, there's a pretty sizable amount. There's just no level of space opportunity for upper mobility in terms of that. Not even management. Management is one thing, but any level of ownership, there is none. No team has that.
Even in American pro sports, which are mostly dominated by black people, the only black owner is Jordan.
Yeah. the greatest player of all time.
Yeah, like that's what you have to be. Like the white guys that own stuff. The guy that owns the Magic runs a pyramid scheme. Like, what are you talking about here? It's a multi-level marketing scheme. He made billions of dollars, and he owns an NBA team.
Right.
Michael Jordan literally spent 40 years becoming the greatest, and he owns the Hornets. Those are equivalents. I mean, we're back at the freaking that Chris Rock sketch. It's like, you know what my neighbor is? He's a dentist. Not even the best dentist, just a dentist. And that's what it is. Like,
yeah,
that's where we're at.
Yeah, it's really sad, especially given the narrative that they're putting around Allardyce now. Like, you know, it's unfortunate that he lost his job. It's like, no, you had to resign because you did something bad. Like, I don't see why he's getting this pass. Well, I know why he's getting this pass, but it's still just really disturbing to see that he's managing another team in the Premier League when there are people that are probably more qualified that can do the same thing. All he's going to do is keep them staying in the Premier League. That's it.
It's not going to make them better.
Yeah. They're not going to be a Europa League team. They're not going to be a Champions League. Definitely not a Champions League team. So, like, what is your function other than that? And I maybe just know people. Maybe the people at Crystal Palace were working with you on this third party unethical scheme that you got fired for. But I mean, it's just,
are the Crystal Palace owners American?
Yeah, I think so. I
need to remember that documentary.
Yeah, I think about that because I hear you talk about how it's based off the American flag. But I don't think they're American.
No, the colors are based off of Chelsea United. But the eagle is because they wanted something American.
Oh. We can look that up because I don't know. But I mean, it makes sense because, you know, American owners in the Premier League don't really have much logic. That's why Bob Bradley was hired. And that's why Liverpool sucked for a very long time until they realized, okay, let's give somebody that knows something a chance. That's why Liverpool's playing so well, or their match.
Steve Parish. No, they're British.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Joshua Harris.
He's
American.
They're just posing.
So one is he used to own the Sixers. The American. Wow. Two are American, one's British. So yeah. 2/3 American. Yeah.
So they probably don't. Let me not assume that they don't watch football, but they probably, Sam Allardyce, that's a great name. Mm-hmm. He keeps teams up in the Premier League. I don't know much about him. Oh, let's hire him. Yeah, sure. Just good boy mentality. Good old boy mentality. It's still disturbing.
I mean, that's how Jeff Fisher kept his job in the Rams. This man went to the playoffs 6 times in 20 years, and he's coached for 20 years consecutively. I've only been alive for 27 years.
I saw that meme of like when you're looking for a team to go 7-9. I was in my chair just like cracking the fuck up. Like it was hilarious.
That's the come up for some people, which is the sad part.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they need. I remember they had talks of doing like a black players union, something like that in the Premier League. They needed to bring that right. Somebody needs to lead the charge to like make sure that like these athletes that have the talent and the skills and the abilities to be in ownership or even be in management, like give them the opportunity, because you know they complain about the lack of British managers, but you're not managing the British athletes that are not white, so you're just kicking yourself by doing that. So they need to figure it out.
Will they though? And that's the thing. Like,
they won't figure it out on their own.
They won't figure it out. There's no necessarily like monetary action forcing them, and they certainly. I mean, England certainly doesn't have the black population that America does to even like get it to a point where you have even a Rooney Rule type thing going on, you know?
Yeah.
It's sad, but maybe one day, maybe our kids.
Well, for our kids to have the opportunity, then it's got to be led. Something's got to start now. Something's got to be organized now. So that's why I need to hire me as a manager for England. That way I can definitely lead the charge for all black managers to get opportunity.
Speaking of being hired as a manager, I foolishly accidentally signed on to be the manager of Argentina on FIFA. But it's the World Cup, and I'm going to win, and I hate Argentina, so I'm going to win the World Cup for Argentina, and I didn't realize I was going to do that. I thought it was an in-between year. I can't read calendars.
If there was a way to summarize 2016, that was it.
Signing up to do the one thing you don't want to do. I just wanted to practice. I wanted France. But I did win the Champions League today, beating Inter Milan 3-2 in extra time. We're tied 1-1.
Wow. They
score in the first half extra time. I score a goal with 9 minutes left and 4 minutes left to win it all.
Wow.
It was. I mean, and the game winner by the kid, the Mancunian himself, Marcus Rashford. It was beautiful.
My God.
It was awesome.
Speaking of Rashford and young players, so we can quickly get off of the topic of Manchester United. Liverpool, they dropped points this week. Or this last game, which is good.
Bless the Scousers because they suck.
Yeah, it's a really tight race at the Premier League, which makes me really happy because that means every time a team drops points, that gives City a chance to bounce back up in the top four, which we are finally back into. So I'm happy.
And then we're only 3 matches away from Manchester United being back where they belong.
Anyway, they play in a week, so we'll see what happens. Actually, that's a good thing to bring mention that because Liverpool, I was reading over the break that interview Jurgen Klopp, and he said that Liverpool was the best place for a young player to go. Do you agree with his statement? They have a lot of great young players. Don't get me wrong. They have Nathaniel Klein. They have Firmino.
Then why is Sterling one out? Run tell that. Listen.
Four Klopp's time.
I mean, you gotta sell yourself. And obviously, if Liverpool's ownership wants to go the way of young players and playing fast, which is not a bad stratagem, I'm all for him selling himself. I'm not going to tell Jurgen Klopp to be like, nah, man, like, don't try to do your thing. Like, be you. Like, try to get who you want. That's fair.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, first of all, I don't never want to associate myself with a town where the Beatles came from because the Beatles are trash. Second of all, I never want to associate myself with the town where Everton is because Everton's trash. Third of all, I never want to associate myself with the town where Liverpool is because Liverpool's trash. You will never win again. Screw Liverpool. Can't wait to whip that ass in 10 days.
Wow. But I mean, he ain't wrong though. I mean, they're losing, but at least they got young players. That's where places want to go. They got Sturridge, Origi.
Sturridge is old now. Sturridge's been in the league for a long time.
Okay, Sturridge, yeah, he's up there. He's born in the 80s, so he doesn't count. But Origi, I can never pronounce his name. That's the worst African. I'm the worst African in the world. Sadio Mane.
Oh, Sadio Mane.
Yeah. Wijnaldum, the guy.
I like Wijnaldum. But he's kind of old.
Is he?
I want to say he's in his upper 20s.
I mean, I'm counting as like you're born in the 90s. Born 90s, you're gonna be 27 this year, so you're not in your prime yet. So
I kind of wish we had him. He was great for me on FIFA.
Lallana, who is decent.
Sucks.
He's decent. He's making the best of the system that Liverpool has. I'll just say that. Klopp system. Firmino, Coutinho, Emre Can,
Coutinho's pretty good.
Yeah,
I think of them, Coutinho's their best player.
Yeah, I would agree. Of all the players in the squad, yeah, I would definitely agree with that. But they have, I think in the Premier League they're the best in terms of youth players. Yeah. I think
our striker's 35 years old, so
young players want to go to Liverpool because they go for Klopp. Klopp is the one that's bringing them in. It's definitely a sales pitch for him to say that. He's living true to his word. He's speaking truth to power because that's what he does. He recruits and trains young people like Arsene Wenger used to do, but now she's slowly trying to get that up.
I'm not going to say anything about that French guy.
But I think Liverpool is at present, because I can't think of any like top team that has that. Real Madrid, no. Barcelona, every time a young player comes in, they are shipped They either remain on the bench or sold somewhere else. Bayern, no. Bayern just buys players that are already established and great. City, no. Chelsea, no. United, no.
We have Rashford.
You have, who doesn't start?
Hey, he plays critical minutes. How do you think we won our last game? Marcus Rashford assists.
Yeah, but Jose doesn't have patience for young players often.
Not often, but I think Rashford seems to be an exception. He's brought Martial back into playing, which has helped.
Yeah.
Pogba's young. That's like Pogba's 24, 23.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, Pogba's an exception, but Martial and Rashford play because it's a heavy fixture list, and they have to play. Otherwise, if it was regular, they're not playing like that. They had the rest players, so...
Rashford's been starting over Martial, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's either one or the other. They're not playing both. Like Klopp would play both if he had the chance.
I mean, but wouldn't you play both if your choice is also to play Zlatan?
I mean, Zlatan was struggling, so he's still regained his...
He scored 11 goals.
No, but, I mean, now he's playing great, but during that period in the fall where he was like, where the goals coming from, like, he was still starting over Rashford and Martial, so tells you what you need to know about... I mean, he's playing Pogba because Pogba is the most expensive player in the world, so if you have him on the bench, people going to be wondering, like, what the fuck y'all doing? Like, this is money right here. Martial, they spent some money for him, but he didn't. That's not Jose Mourinho's player. He didn't spend money on him. LVG did, so he has no obligation to be playing him like that.
I think we're gonna. I mean, we have no intention of selling him.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna crack the lineup. I think it's more of a. Again, I still think he's getting his head right. He's playing well, so
we'll see what happens. I mean. We'll see what happens in the Liverpool game. If he's struggling, then you might not see him.
He's a Liverpool killer.
Well, he better.
That's his first ever goal.
He better act up.
His first appearance was against Liverpool.
He better act up this next match, because if he doesn't, then it's gonna be Curtis for him. But yeah, I don't think of any. I don't know of any other team that has the amount of young players playing well and are developing on a high level in Liverpool right now.
Yeah, Tottenham has a few.
Yeah, I mean, the Dele Alli, of course.
What about Son?
Son is like, I think he's in the mid-20s. He's been there for a minute.
Right.
It feels like he's been there for a minute. He's probably been there for like a season or two. Oh, Son is only 24.
Yeah, he's young.
But he's not. I mean, he's not be able to play. Like, he's lost his place to Harry Kane, because like the system, Tottenham system, like he's not going to be a wing back like Kyle Walker or Danny Rose, and he's not that prolific in front of goal like Harry Kane is, and he's not going to take Dele Alli's place. He's not going to take Eriksen's place. He's not going to take. He's not strong enough to play in the midfield like Dembele or Wanyama. So.
I like that name.
Wanyama?
Yeah.
Shout out Kenya.
I have a Kenyan cousin.
There it is.
Wear white shoes.
That's just an African thing, even though it's dusty, and it is always.
Hey, Florida's dusty, and people do a lot of stupid things here too.
Yeah, but I can't even argue that. And I just want to give a shout out to the Arsenal fans.
Are you talking about the video I posted? Yeah. That video had me cracking up like 3 a.m. I've never been so happy to watch suffering.
I don't know of any. I think Arsenal are have the ficklest, dramatic fans of all time.
I'm going to say something, and this is Arsenal fans are like Tennessee Falls fans.
My God.
Everything is the end of the world or the greatest thing ever. There's no middle ground. There's no everything's black or white. There's no thought. It's just emote. And that's what we saw. Thank you, Burnley. Thank you for being, or was it Bournemouth?
What, the last match?
It was Bournemouth.
It was Bournemouth.
Thank you, Bournemouth, for existing and doing the things that you do. Because without that, we never would have seen, like, the guy that he interviewed before the match coming back is like, who would have thought that what idiot would say that we beat Bournemouth 3-1? It's like, well, actually, I interviewed you before the match. You said they went 3-1. He's like, I was dying.
It's just so funny. It's so funny seeing them react. They make me laugh every single time. And just the constant like you said, they are pretty much like volunteers fans, because one day Arsene Wenger is like the greatest manager of all time. Second, he needs to be dragged, lynched, carried his franchise all the way up through La Seine, through everything, and burn him from stiletto up. Shout out to Kid Fury. He's talking about Keke Palmer. And that was just a really funny line that he said. I just had to repeat it. So shout out Kid Fury. But yeah, shout out to Arsenal. That's Arsenal Fan TV, because they catch these reactions, and it's just
there's just so much. Yeah. There's so much going on.
I don't know if they understand what's happening.
There's like I said, with Tennessee fans, there's no self-awareness to this. The reporters are aware, and like I think the further removed from like North London you are, the more you are aware. Like, I think American Arsenal fans understand this, but Arsenal fans in London, they're crazy. They're nutsos.
All right, before we get to the top 5, I gotta talk about the United States men's national team, because Thank you for the intro.
You're welcome. I'm here for the musics.
Because our new old manager,
all this old is new again, or all this new is old again. I guess that's how you say it.
Before we start our campaign again to hopefully make the World Cup. It's looking really, really dire right now.
I'm definitely choosing another team this year.
Yeah.
I don't even have to worry about the American letdown if we're not even there to let me down. So,
well, we're going to Russia, so we might not. We have some issues with them right now, so we might not be able to make it. We might get hacked and not make it to the team. We might get food poisoning on the way. But Bruce Arena, in the training camp, Again, this is why Bob Bradley got fired, because you're trying to use American style tactics on a global sport, which never works. So they're having a training camp, and I think in the next week, maybe less week now, and he's only called up MLS players to be in this provisional squad.
That means no Pulisic.
No Pulisic.
No Green.
No Green.
No Yedlin.
No Yedlin.
He's a fool. Fire him now.
It's just, I just don't. DeMarcus Beasley is on this provisional team. Having all MLS players is not fun.
Not smart.
Not smart. Even though, and they have 2 friendlies coming up at the end of the month. I don't know what Bruce. I don't even know what to say. Just good luck. Good luck. Yeah, good luck, U.S.
I'm riding with the other red, white, and blue, France. I'm going to make my life real easy and choose France.
Yeah, I just realized I live in the Ivory Coast, so that's what I'm riding with from here on in. So good luck, USA. Good luck. So yeah, you got top 5 for us?
I didn't have one.
Alexa's the top 5 that we should do.
Yeah, it can be even non-topical. Just our top 5 favorite something, or not favorite, just top 5.
Yeah. Alexa has no idea. Top of her head. It's good to know.
Wow.
Top 5.
No.
Favorite true crime podcast.
Oh, top 5 worst cities in Florida.
Oh, gosh.
I'm so excited for this. We're going to do it. Listen.
Go ahead, man. Start it up.
All right. My number 1, number 5 top 5 worst city in Florida is definitely Melbourne. Shout out to Brevard County. It's lame. There's nothing to do there. There are 5 bars. Everyone's a redneck, but they're also rich and very white and boring and annoying. That's Melbourne. So that's number 5.
Yay. Number 5 for me is definitely the Redneck Riviera. Not the beach, but Pensacola. Number 5 for sure. And I've only been there one time, but that was enough for me to say I'm never going back there ever again. Basically for the same reasons that you just said, but they're just all poor white people that don't like black people, so I just can't be there. Can't be there for no reason other than like there's no reason why I should be there. There is no reason.
What's there that's not here?
Yeah, you just that's basically it. So that's my number 5.
My number 4 is I'm gonna go to the southwest coast and go to Fort Myers.
Wow,
Fort Myers is absolute trash. There's nothing there. I've been there multiple times. I hate it. FGCU looks like an apartment complex. That's it. That's what it looks like. I remember going to this is a university. How can they offer that many different majors? I don't get it. They also apparently there's like a hockey team there that are like the rival of our Solar Bears. Screw that. So yeah.
Number 4 for me would be probably Newport Richey, Florida. My homie Patrick is from there. He chose to stay there for New Year's. Why?
That's embarrassing. Oh no, Pat! Come on, fam.
He had the opportunity to come to Miami with us, but he decided not to. Anyway, I'll choose that because I remember it's just really the white trash rednecky place, which has no. I'm not comfortable being there at all. Other to like, they had a great mall. That's it. Any other reason for me to be there? None. There is none. So I'm just gonna be that. I just feel really uncomfortable every time I'm there. I'm not shopping at the mall. That's the only place where it's like sanctuary. That's the only place you feel safe is the mall. Other than that, no. So that's my number 4.
Number 3 for me is going to be the DE Triangle of Volusia County. No, it's DeLand, DeBerry, and Deltona. Never in my life have I thought that something was as worthless. Like, again, and this is the problem with it being so close to Orlando. Like, if our president, and right now we actually have a president that would actually make this proposition, like, hey, dog, we're going to nuke you someplace. You just got to choose. My place would be like the DE Triangle. But it's too close to Orlando, so I can't do it. I really want it to be there. That's how much I hate those places. The only good thing, Stetson, what is it, Hatter? Who cares about haberdashers?
Hey, they in the Hatters, man.
Who cares about
don't
haberdashers? They don't even pay their professors. They're trying to let their professors not eat. Granted, it's the land, so like the cost of living ain't that high.
The foam hats at Stetson, they're shit.
They still have Winn-Dixies, like prominent Winn-Dixies. Get your life together, DE Triangle. Calling you out, West Volusia. So that's mine.
Wow. My number 3 would also be in the far east central Florida region. I remember the name of the city. I had to go there for.
Does it even? Wow, is that bad?
It's wherever Space Coast is.
Titusville?
Not Titusville, but
Merritt Island, Cocoa.
No.
Port St. John.
I don't remember the name of it. All I remember is I had to go there
Palm
for.
Bay?
No, not Palm Bay. I like Palm Bay. I met Eddie Johnson at Palm Bay.
Who?
Eddie Johnson.
Oh, why was he there?
That's a good question. I don't know either. He was VIP. Remember?
Everyone's VIP. It's Palm Bay.
Yeah, I remember my friend was. I wanted to ask him, like, why aren't you playing for the U.S. national team right now? But I was like, I'm not trying to cause any distraction. There was like a show. There was a show there, and Eddie Johnson showed up. I don't know why he was in Palm Bay. I know there was no reason why he was there.
But what's the town that you're trying to think of?
Gosh, it's by the water. I know that.
In the Atlantic? Satellite Beach?
By the Atlantic. And
no, I mean in the Atlantic.
Oh, no.
Satellite Beach?
No.
It's definitely Brevard.
It's in Brevard. Yes, it is.
Always so many towns.
But I forget. I do a panel there for Black History Month, and it was.
Were there black people there?
There were a few black people there. They were the only ones. They were the ones asking questions. Thank God. But I was surrounded by just older white people. It's like a place for seniors. But I just didn't. I was like, I need to go back home. Right. I need to do this panel and just go home. I just did not feel like I would leave there alive if I stayed there any longer.
Cape Canaveral, Indian Harbor Beach.
I'll look it up.
Rockledge.
It'll come back to me. I'll look it up.
That's Rockledge. Grant Valkyria. I used to go there. There aren't that many towns in Brevard. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I definitely have to look it up because I don't remember the name of it. I mean, I'm limited hating it too much because the black people that were there, we got along and they wanted to know nice things. They had a lot of questions for me, so I would appreciate them for that. But if you ask me to go there again, the answer would probably be no. So unless I'm getting paid for it.
Well, my number 2, and this will come as shock to no one, is Gainesville, Florida, home of Alachua County Community College.
Oh.
And that's why. I really don't really have to get any further. If you ever listen to this podcast or you know me, you know that I hate them. I hope they all die. So that's my number 2. I'm going to keep it easy on that one. Number 1, I'm going to hit you hard, though. I'm about to get smacked.
Yeah, if you say what I'm thinking to say, I'm really about to go in on somebody. Number 2 for me would be... I'll match with that. I'll say Gainesville. Oh my gosh. My first time going to Gainesville, I had a great time. The other times, I was utterly terrified. The last time I went I was utterly terrified, like something was going to happen to me because there were people yelling, people just doing some bro fraternity shit, and this is really loud and really you sense like something violent was going to happen. I was like, I just can't be here. This is not for me. I'm going to get hurt, so I don't want to get hurt. So I'm trying to go. I'm gonna try to leave. So Gainesville is definitely is my top number 2 places that I don't ever want to be ever again unless I'm getting paid to be there.
And my number 1, and again, if you ever if you know me, it's going to be the Tampa Bay area. I'm calling you out. Both counties.
Thank goodness.
Pinellas and Hillsborough. Here's why. There are other towns that are crappier. Pahokee, my hometown of Apopka. Again, all of Volusia County. What's that place? Oh, Jacksonville. You're pretty trash too. But Tampa has so much potential, and you fuck it up every time, and that's why you're trash. You shouldn't be as trash as you are, yet you continue to be more trash than we expect you to be. Like, your trashiness only gets more trash, and you're not getting better, and that's why you suck, Tampa. Your traffic is awful. No one cares about your bay. What is Gasparilla? No one cares. St. Pete, wow. You're not a real town. Oh, we have a 7-mile bridge. Who gives a fuck? You guys are just, you have the water, and you could be so great. You could be so great, yet you choose to be Tampa. And I really don't know what to say about that. Like, every day I wake up and I look to my west, and I'm just like, man, y'all fucked up. And that's on you. So, fuck Tampa.
Okay, I thought you were about to say Jacksonville, and I was definitely about to just flip this table because I know you're not hating on where my girl Francesca Amica lives. You're not going to hate on Francesca Amica's home city. You are not going to do that. So thank you for preserving your body.
Yeah, I did that for my own safety. No, but actually, fuck Tampa still.
Number 1 for me, definitely Homosassa Springs, Florida.
Interesting. On the way.
Yeah. I mean, anywhere going up US 19 is, it's just bad city out of bad city. Crystal River, Homosassa Springs, Leesburg,
Haines City,
all the way up to Perry. You just trash no matter how far north you go. But Homosassa Springs, I had like a horrible time. Like, it's a time where my parents didn't really understand that rednecks were racist people, so they thought they can just go anywhere, just like going to the Bahamas. Everything's gonna be good because we all black, so everything is fine.
No.
Like we can go anywhere. But no, we went to this. I don't even know where we're at. Like they like to go to this like off the water type place where just nothing but like this racist ass people are at, and like especially when you get alcohol involved, like it's just elevated to another extent, and like that's what we walked into. We were with a white person, so we thought like that'll be our past, but no, that did not happen that way. Like folks who were looking at us, folks was like, what the fuck are y'all doing here? And I was like, yo, we got to get the fuck up out of here because I cannot be here. I've never been home to the Springs ever since. I drove past it to go to Georgia, but that was the last time I was ever in Homestead Springs. So that's my number one. That's fuck that. Every horrible city in Florida for me has to do with something. Me being scared for my personal safety. So that was the one time I was really actually scared. I was like 14, 15. So I was like, I'm trying to live to see 21. So I need to get up out of here. That's how I rounded out.
No, that's fair. And man, if we're going straight races, I'd be going like Lake City and Ocala and Leesburg again. Paisley. It's a great tie combination, but it's a terrible city. Astatula. The area of Harmony. It ain't harmonious.
Wow.
Point Siena.
You can't go wrong with any of those choices.
Place in Pasco County.
Yeah, pretty much.
We could just name like all the counties in Florida and be like, yeah, there are at least 12 in these. Yeah. Like, man, yep.
I've heard a lot about Christmas, and I'm never going to Christmas.
You're not. Oh man, just take 50 out east. Get hit Bithlo and Christmas. Bithlo. It's a real place. That's where Alexa lives.
Yeah.
Bithlo.
The fact that you're claiming Christmas is I don't, or you're claiming Bithlo. I don't understand that.
She claims Bithlo. She rides hard for Bithlo.
It's okay. I guess it's okay, but
it's not.
But yeah, that's all I got. African Cup of Nations coming up soon. I'm gonna try to report live for that, so be on the lookout. I'm gonna be sliding in DMs all up in your TL. Because Uganda is in the African Cup of Nations for the first time in my lifetime that I can remember. Thank you. So I'm very excited to see them play. But I'll be covering all the other teams because Black Excellence. Anything from your end?
I'm excited for these cup ties that we have coming up, but I'm most excited to fuck those Scousers up.
It's probably going to be a Liverpool win.
That's a lot.
But hey, we can always dream.
A dream is a wish your heart makes.
Thank you.
It's a great song, by the way. The song's pretty flames.
That's very powerful, especially now that we are living a new year without the great George Michael, R.I.P.
Man, we did the top 5 favorite Christmas songs, and I doomed him, man.
I know. We both did.
I blame myself.
We should have sang in sync. We really shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, we should have. Man, we're sad.
I know. It's a sad time for the Postcards. But yeah, catch us on Facebook, The Postcards. Catch us on Twitter, Postcards. Yeah, that's the only way you can catch us because I haven't made Instagram yet. But maybe soon. Maybe I'll ask Alexa to create one for us since she's now indoctrinated.
Instagram. Alexa loves the gram. Also, guys, if you're bored and you have Netflix, don't watch Grey's Anatomy. It'll absorb your whole life. I get withdrawals. I need it right now. So don't do it, guys. This is my advice. Save yourself.
Yeah, and if you don't know what truffle butter is, don't look it up. So as the Postcards, we out here, Postcards.
What?
Rag time. We demand you communicate through the landline. Motivation, the more you hate that we pass fine. Cross it to it, then off the music we flatline. Going crazy like dope boys in Atlanta. Them drug dealers and me, they all preside when I flip the grammar. Murmur the mantra like
an argument about law and order because he never talks about justice. But black people fall for that same argument, and they go around talking about lawbreakers.
Ragtime, we demand you communicate through the landline. Motivation, the more you hate that we pass fine. Cross it to it, then off the music we flatline. Going crazy like dope boys in Atlanta. Them drug dealers and me, they all preside when I flip the grammar. Murmur the mantra like.
You can always raise an argument about law and order because he never talks about justice. But black people fall for that same argument, and they go around talking about lawbreakers.
Ragtime, we demand you communicate through the landline. Motivation, the more you hate that we pass fine. Cross it to it, then off the music we flatline. Going crazy like dope boys in Atlanta. Them drug dealers and me, they all preside when I flip the grammar. Murmur the mantra like.